Welcome to the Everything Podcast. In this episode, I'm reviewing the Neighbours episode released on the 10th of July 2024. So I have recently reviewed so Neighbours episodes are released Monday to Thursday. So I've done the 8th and 9th of Monday and Tuesday. Then I did the second Doctor Rachel's Conspiracy of Raven. And then there'll be today and tomorrow's Neighbours episodes they will be back to back. They've got another big finish, but you'll find out about that when they release, obviously. But yes, back to this episode. As I said, I'll be reviewing the Neighbours episode released on the 10th of July 2024. And as previously mentioned, Neighbours and Big Finish are going to be the weekly things. So they're going to be things I'll be covering weekly on a weekly basis. So yeah. There'll be other stuff, as I've mentioned, Doctor Who, Marvel, DC, other random bits and pieces, and a special episode about something that you wouldn't expect me to review could be out soon-ish, probably the next week or so, I think. So I'm looking forward to seeing that and seeing how good that does in particular. I like to see how good all my episodes do, but yes, back to the episode. As I said, I'll be reviewing the Neighbours episode released on the 10th of July 2024, but before I get to my review, here is the cast list, which is pretty much consistent for every Neighbours episode, unless there's a reason why not. So we have Sarah West as Cara Varga Murphy, we have Naomi Rukavina as Remy Varga Murphy, Marley Williams as Dex Varga Murphy, Riley Bryant as JJ Varga Murphy, Lloyd Will as Andrew Rodwell, Candice Leask as Wendy Rodwell, Georgie Stone as Mackenzie Hargraves, Emerald Chan as Sadie Rodwell, Lucinda Armstrong Hall as Holly Hoyland, Angela Davis as Krista Sinclair, Xavier Molyneux as Byron Stone, Shiv Pelka as Hav Devkar, Stephen Dennis as Paul Robinson, Tim Carno as Leo Tanaka, Lucinda Cowden as Melanie Pearson, Ian Smith as Harold Bishop, Hannah Monson as Nicolette Stone, Annie Jones as Jane Harris, Matt Wilson as Aaron Brennan, Henrietta Graham as Sam Young, Alan Fletcher as Carl Kennedy, Jackie Woodburn as Susan Kennedy, Aisha Salam Towner as Now Rebecca Almaloglu as Therese Willis, and Ryan Maloney as Tony Rebecca. The Neighbours episode released on the 10th of July 2024 was written by Christopher Gist and directed by Ian Pirrett. Here's the synopsis. Logan and Melanie face off. Dex's date with Now comes to her crashing halt. JJ earns a second chance. Cara's concerns grow over Wendy's deceit. And as I mentioned, this episode of Neighbours was released on the 10th of July 2024. Here's my opinion of this episode. I love the scenes between JJ, Susan, Therese and Jane. I like the scenes between Toadie and Cara, and I enjoyed seeing Melanie ultimately do the right thing. Without further ado, here's my view for the Neighbours episode released on the 10th of July 2024. We had the previous recap and the title sequence. Logan finds Melanie inside his caravan. Melanie questions Logan having the suitcase containing David's clothes that Aaron donated to the foundation. Logan tells Melanie that he bought David's clothes for Aaron to have them back if he wishes. Melanie informs Logan of Carl's and Remy's suspicions about him. Logan attempts to defend himself. Logan mentions Eden. Logan believes that Logan... No, that doesn't make sense. Melanie believes that Logan is keeping a secret. Logan believes that Melanie is paranoid. Logan quits working with Melanie. Melanie leaves Logan's caravan. Melanie tries to calm herself down. Dex checks with Nell about their date this evening. JJ lies to Dex about the reason for him visiting Erinsborough High. Dex asks JJ for advice about his date with Nell. Jane reminds Dex that he's running late for his next lesson. JJ expresses feelings towards Erinsborough High to Jane. Andrew notices that Wendy isn't wearing her wedding ring. One of Wendy's university friends reunites with her while she's working at the waterhole. This friend invites Wendy to a party. Cara overhears Wendy's conversation with Parker. Logan tells Aaron about Melanie breaking into his caravan. Logan returns the suitcase full of David's clothes to Aaron. Logan also explains his reasons for doing this. Logan informs Aaron of him quitting work with Melanie. Logan checks with Aaron on their friendship status. Wendy says goodbye to Parker. Cara informs Wendy of the impression she gave to Parker about attending the party she has been invited to. Wendy confesses to Cara that her university friends don't know that she is a mother. Logan helps Aaron decide which of David's clothes to donate to the foundation and which to keep. Jane returns home. Aaron and Logan make arrangements to go running tomorrow morning. Jane tells Aaron about her encounter with JJ. JJ gives Dex some last minute advice about his date with Nell. Remy confronts JJ over his appearance at Erinsborough High. Remy reminds JJ that he's not allowed to be on the premises of Erinsborough High at all. JJ expresses his choice to not want to attend any school except for Erinsborough High. Carl and Susan ask Melanie about her conversation with Logan. Aaron confronts Melanie over breaking into Logan's caravan. Melanie attempts to explain the reasons behind her actions to Aaron. Aaron defends Logan to Carl and Melanie. JJ teases Dex over his outfit choice. Now arrives for her date with Dex. Now compliments Dex's outfit. JJ distracts Carl and Remy so that Dex and Now can have some alone time. JJ doubles down his decision to not enroll into a school unless it is Erinsborough High. Dex gives a bucket of popcorn to Now. During Now and Dex's date, the ceiling falls through. Susan and Carl attempt to console Melanie after a conversation with Aaron about Logan. Melanie further describes her conversation with Logan to Carl and Susan. Carl apologises to Melanie. Tony apologises to the Varga Murphys following part of their ceiling falling down. Tony and Now reveal that the ceiling falling down was due to Tony's brother and Now's uncle Shane rushing the job. Now also mentions her Aunt Dippy and Shane's wee water machine. Sorry if you were hooting then, I do apologise. Remy convinces Tony and Cara to deal with this tomorrow. Remy convinces Dex to cancel his date with Now following the falling ceiling. Wendy is struggling to get to sleep and blames it on her caffeine consumption. Wendy lies to Andrew. Melanie hides from Logan and Aaron. Remy finds Melanie. Melanie tells Remy about her conversation with Aaron. Remy explains her suspicions about Logan further to Melanie. Cara suggests the idea of her rebuilding the ceiling herself to Tony. Tony volunteers to help Cara. Cara lies to Tony about her upcoming whereabouts. Wendy explains her reasons for lying to her university friends about being a mother to Cara. Cara explains to Wendy why this isn't the right thing to do. Wendy reminds Cara about her not telling Remy about the IT course she is currently doing. Therese doubles down on Tony's apology about the fallen ceiling to Remy. Jane reminds Remy why JJ isn't allowed on Erinsborough High grounds. Remy reveals to Melanie that Logan used to be a doctor. Remy comforts Melanie. JJ informs Susan and Therese of his some preference changes, not his. I wrote that down wrong. JJ helps an older woman who has dropped her shopping. Jane suggests a way for JJ to enroll into Erinsborough High. Both Therese and Susan offer to write references for JJ. JJ expresses his appreciation to Jane, Susan and Therese. Aaron and Melanie disagree over their points of view regarding Logan. And finally, Melanie tells Aaron that Logan knew David. This episode finishes off with the next time trailer. That's my view for the Neighbours episode released on the 10th of July 2024. Next time on the Everything Podcast, I'll be covering the next episode of Neighbours, which released on the 11th of July 2024. Here's the trailer.
Coming up on Neighbours.
Dad just flew in.
Bitch.
My ex-husband is in town. So why is he here? What does he want?
Can't skip all the big stuff and then roll in here and act like a father.
You must be Haz's sister. Thanks for holding the fort, but I'll take it from here. Oh, I'm so sorry.
You in a mirror. I don't get what's wrong. What did I do?
You're not my boyfriend anymore.
Fine by me.
Come here, big fella. This is Logan. Logan, this is Aaron. Aaron was married to David.
Melanie has told me all about him. I can't even imagine what you've been through after you lost your partner.
You want to make sure you make a good first impression.
Aren't you going to get in trouble for ditching school?
Your son is the bad influence here.
Your coffee's on fire. I had to think. The residents of Irene Rising will be the very first to try it tomorrow.
There's been another poisoning.
Welcome to the official opening of Irene Rising.
Chin chin.
What does that taste? Help! Help!
That was the most recent trailer for Neighbours, because it's from May, but it's got better than the September and January trailers, because obviously it's more recent, so it's going to be more, it's going to be better, essentially. I couldn't think of the word. But yes, so in the next episode, I'll be, as I just mentioned, I'll be doing another Neighbours episode, and then I think it's Big Finish after that, a Big Finish release, which I'll talk about in tomorrow's episode. And then there is some other bits and pieces as well. So yes, as I've mentioned before, Neighbours and Big Finish are going to be the 2 weekly things, where there are going to be other bits that come in and out, and yeah. So let me know in the comments what you thought about this episode. If you watched it, I've had to get back into that mindset from doing Big Finish. And my review. If you didn't, you can put your thoughts on both those in the comments below, as well with anything else you want me to cover on the channel. So it could be a review session for a TV show or movie. So TV wise, we've had House of the Dragon, The Boys Season 4, Fallout, which we'll be doing at some point. Movie side, we've had Argyle, The Fall Guy, Hitman as well there. So yes, also it could be a book. I've not had any book suggestions yet, but I'd love to have some, because it would be a different type of review. And comics as well. I've actually had a suggestion for comics. I'll be covering the Avengers Forever comic series at some point. So yeah, I will get to them hopefully soon when I can. Because obviously I want to get the weekly stuff out, so I'm going to try and. So it might work out that I do bits and pieces, and it'll just be ready whenever it's ready. So, and also your some news about your favourite TV show movie, because as I keep mentioning, I will mention every episode until I get there. I will be covering news surrounding San Diego Comic Con and D23 2024. So San Diego Comic Con is late July, and D23 is early August, so only a couple of weeks to wait. But obviously, these episodes are coming out, so it might be about a week or two after the event that my review and news stuff. But please follow the Everything Podcast Twitter, which is at Everything Pod. So I will put it in the description. Because especially Big Finish wise, that's where all the news, I'm going to repost it, and I will do monthly roundups at the end of the month. So the beginning of August will be the one for July, if that makes sense. So yes, you want to find out the news straight away, all in one place. There's that, and I'll also put the official Big Finish one in the description. Maybe, yeah, probably not on this one because it wouldn't make sense, but I'll probably put the Neighbours one in this one as well. Yes, so you can do all of that in the comments below. Remember, you can also like, comment and subscribe, and that's it for this episode of the Everything Podcast. Goodbye.